Hi, my name is Heather the Heat Hardy, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
This is Amanda the Real Deal Serrano, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Hi, I'm Courtney. And I'm Janita. And you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So it seems like we could be on the verge of getting two mega heavyweight Latino fighters facing off against one another. One's a former unified heavyweight Mexican world champion, the first Mexican fighter to become a heavyweight world champion. Not only did he become heavyweight world champion, but he became unified heavyweight world champion in one of the biggest upsets in the history of the sport of boxing, as he defeated then undefeated unified British heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua. I'm talking about none other than Andy Ruiz Jr., right? He could be on the verge of facing Cuban heavyweight contender, Southpaw. Only lost twice, known as the boogeyman in the heavyweight division. I'm talking none other than Luis King Kong Ortiz. He had a few opportunities at a heavyweight world title when he faced then undefeated reigning WBC heavyweight world champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. He came up short both times. The first fight got knocked out in the 10th round. Second fight, he got knocked out in the 7th round. With that said, these two could possibly face off against one another to help solidify themselves as a heavyweight title contender once again. Like I stated, both gentlemen only have 2 losses on their resume. Ortiz, both his losses coming at the hands of Deontay Wilder. Andy Ruiz, one coming at the hands of Anthony Joshua in their highly anticipated unification rematch. Anthony Joshua won a unanimous decision victory over Andy Ruiz. There was a lot of controversy surrounding that fight, as Andy Ruiz came in at nearly 300 pounds, was not focused in the biggest fight of his career, and lost his titles. He also lost to Joseph Parker in Joseph Parker's backyard. He lost a split decision victory to Joseph Parker in a fight that I thought he won the fight. Nonetheless, this would be a highly anticipated fight should it come to fruition, as Andy Ruiz is hinting that the possibility of this fight could come as soon as everything resumes as normal activity. Obviously, the world is in a pandemic and we are in quarantine, and all sports are suspended currently. So he's saying when the sport of boxing returns and resumes, he's looking at possibly facing Luis Ortiz. This is, Ortiz is 40 years of age. He's obviously the older fighter. He's 31-2, 26 by way of knockout, and he was knocked out twice to Deontay Wilder. He's 41 years of age. He's a 6'4", southpaw heavyweight Cuban fighter. He has the Cuban style, very slick style, very he can outbox you, and he has a lot of power. Andy Ruiz is a Mexican fighter, Mexican descent fighter. He's 30 years of age. He's 6'2". He sports a record of 33, 2 losses, 22 by way of knockout. He has very fast hands. He has power in his hands. He has a high ring IQ. He has a decorated amateur background. Both fighters have decorated amateur backgrounds. I personally would give the nod in this fight to Luis Ortiz, because I just don't think Andy Ruiz is committed to the sport of boxing anymore after he got those 2 huge paydays from the Anthony Joshua fights. The biggest fight of his career wasn't the first fight in upsetting Anthony Joshua. I've always stated this. The biggest fight in his career was defending his titles against Anthony Joshua, because the element of surprise was no longer. Everybody saw him as the champion. He dropped Anthony Joshua 4 times and stopped him in the 7th round. The element of surprise was gone. Now you had to prove that you belonged there. Now you entered into the room. Now you had to let the world know that you deserve to stay in that room. And he chose to blow the opportunity, eating and partying, as he stated. He said he only trained twice and 3 times a week at the most, and that was the biggest fight of his career. And he's recently reached out to highly decorated trainer Teddy Atlas, and Teddy Atlas is pretty much stating that he doesn't believe Andrew Ruiz Jr. is committed. He hasn't heard back from him after he gave him, the stipulations he needed to, move forward and be his trainer. He fired his longtime trainer, Manny Robles, and Manny Robles, stated that nobody could get through to Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is his worst enemy, and he's just uncoachable. He's not committed. That's never the case when it comes to Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz is always committed. And this would be the second biggest fight in Luis Ortiz's career as far as namesakes goes, because he's only able to get Deontay Wilder thus far. Now he fought, Christian Hammer, Travis Kaufman, Malik Scott, Tony Thompson, Brian Jennings, but no major names, no major players in the heavyweight division. Andrew Ruiz was once a champion, right? Andrew Ruiz shocked the world. Andrew Ruiz is still a notable name, a notable face in the heavyweight division in the sport of boxing. So this would be the second biggest fighter, because he fought twice with Deontay Wilder. So this would be the second biggest fighter that he's faced, namesake-wise, other than Deontay Wilder. And I believe that Luis Ortiz is committed to becoming a world champion, and he would be dedicated to it. His southpaw stance, his boxing ability, his boxing IQ, he still has power. It's going to be a tough fight because Andrew Ruiz gets on the inside. He has faster hands. He has youth on his side, but he's shorter and he doesn't have as much power, and he's just not committed. So I think that, Ortiz would catch him with his power. His southpaw stance, he would keep him off balance, and he's committed, and he's not going to gas out. But this would be a heck of a fight, and it's still a 50-50 fight. I just favor Luis Ortiz. I think he can outbox him. I think he can use his jab to keep him at bay, and his straight left hand is going to come into play big time in this fight. But I hope this fight comes to fruition. So let's see how this all plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV, baby, from the Empress. Much love.